And welcome to the Broken Arrow Softball Complex. The Claremore Zebras coming into town. Zebra on the scoreboard. Our scoreboard doesn't like S's, but we'll play one softball game today with Broken Arrow and Claremore. Broken Arrow 15-0 on the year. Claremore 3-9 in the slow pitch standings. Broken Arrow is 3-0 against top 10 teams, 8-0 against top 20 teams, and they've also secured 13 wins against 6A teams and 2 wins against 5A teams. Broken Arrow's latest big-time victory was against Bartlesville, winning 10-0 in the BA Union Festival. Claremore has hit a rough patch, losing 5 consecutive games. Our last win came on March 14th against Chelsea, a 4A school. It is worth noting this is their first season in slow pitch, but they're improving to be an athletic team and commendable with their defensive skills. That is according to head coach of the Lady Tigers, Randall King. Dan Hawk on the call this afternoon for some softball at the softball complex. We'd like to thank our One Club sponsors. The support of Broken Arrow is vitally important, and that is put to the effort of First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Cincinnati St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. Don't forget to check out Tiger Threads. They're in the new event center on the south end zone of Tiger Stadium, open to 9 a.m. to 6 p. 2200 North 23rd Street, Suite 160. And the first pitch is right down the middle for a called strike from Mackenzie McNamara. Emily Evans at the plate takes the second one for a ball. Ball goes right back to McNamara, and she throws it over first for the easy out. Evans grounds out for out number 1.
Next up for the Zebras, Riley Fay.
Correction, that was Josie Henson on the strikeout. Have these teams flipped. The second out is going to be a ground out from Riley Fay. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Cookson now at the plate. It's going to be a 1-2-3 quick inning for the Zebras. No runs on no hits and no errors. The Broken Arrow Lady Tigers coming up to the plate. Stay with us. You're watching ArrowVision with Broken Arrow Softball.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
And welcome back to the Broken Arrow Softball Complex. Broken Arrow and Claremore. Tigers looking for their 16th win and to stay perfect on the year. Emily Evans at the plate to start it off. Batting .514. I think we might have a ball in the field or something. Delay of game, but here we go. Evans leaves the first one up and in for ball 1. That one is blasted into left. She's going to cruise into first with a single.
Next up, second baseman number 21, Taylor Clay.
Now up, second baseman, 21, Taylor Clay. Clay lets the first two pitches go outside, so the count is 2-0. Third pitch, though, belts it into right. And Evans goes into third. Clay into second with a double.
Center fielder number 10, Macy Childers.
Macy Childers now at the dish with 2 on and no out. First pitch is a ball inside from McNamara. Childers sends a drive in the gap, shopping for a double. She's going to plate 2, and just like that, Broken Arrow leads it 2-0.
Next up for the Tigers, third baseman number 5, Aaliyah Scarborough.
Future Golden Hurricane at the plate, Aaliyah Scarborough. Was a force in the fall season, batting over 300. Batting close to 700 here in the slow pitch season. Video game numbers, I tell you. Scarborough wants a homer. That one's going to go foul over the wall, so she'll take a second crack at it. Down 1-2. Scarborough batting 47 plates appearances. And this one is also going to go fair, just on the foul line. Coming around to score is going to be Clay, and Scarborough goes into second with a double.
Next up, first baseman number 24, Kenya.
As the Tigers are just starting to roll their offense. Kenya Harp now, the first baseman. Waiting on her pitch. First one's a ball. If you missed the solar eclipse, check out your local news because it was pretty fascinating today. Harp sends a drive down the line, but the ump calls foul. I know we watched it over at the Broken Arrow Football Stadium and played Bonnie Hart's Total Eclipse of the Heart. I think that's only mandatory that you play that for a total eclipse. Might get that on the playlist here at the softball complex today. Count is now 2-2 on Harp. Scarborough at second. Harp sends it straight to center. That might fall. It's going to do exactly that. Scarborough goes into third now. So runners at the corner, no outs, and that will bring up Josie Henson, the pitcher.
Josie Henson.
No outs so far. Tigers leading it 3-0. I would assume Harp might be leading for a steal here. Potentially. Count is now 2-0 on Henson. Henson batting .628, adding to it, goes to center. Scarborough walks in.
Next up, Rover, Jesse Piles.
Just like that, Broken Arrow has now doubled up that lead. It's 4-0. 6 hits on 4 runs, and we still have no outs here in the first. Piles at the plate. Jesse Piles playing the rover position. Hits it down the third base line. It's going to stay fair. So that will load the bases for Jordan Davis.
Next up, catcher number 4, Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis batting .382, sends a drive to left. That's going to be caught. Tagging, coming in to score, will be Kenya Hart.
Next up,
Now
left fielder
5-0.
Emily Gilliland.
Emily Gillen, left fielder, with 1 out, 2 on. Lets the first one go in, so it's 1-0. Gillen sends it to the outfield. Rover catches it. but not before Henson goes into third. So 2 outs.
Next up, right fielder number 11, Michaela Bower.
And Michaela Bower will take her first at bat. Tigers almost batting it around. Still have a chance to do that. Bower batting .579, goes right up the middle, and that'll add another run. It is 6-0 here in the first.
Next up for the Tigers, shortstop, Emily Evans.
So we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Emily Evans picking up a single in her first at bat. In her second at bat, she's going to touch them all for a home run. And it's now 9-0. Nine hits on 9 runs so far here at the Broken Arrow Softball Complex. I'd like to thank Blake Shy for handling all the duties today at the softball complex. Running the stream, running the camera work. The man can do it all for ArrowVision. 2-0 on Clay. He's also in a good mood because his Cowboys took Bedlam in baseball. Clay is going to get on the air by Cookson. So Macy Childers will come to the plate. It is 9-0 here in the first. Childers wanted that one, but settled back in. 0-1 the count on Childers. That one is tattooed, but it's going to sharply go foul. Perfect afternoon for some softball. Couldn't pick a better day to play some afternoon softball. Pitch is going to go inside. It's now 1-2. Macy with a sharp liner just over the head of the shortstop. And she's trying to stretch it in for a double, and she does.
Next up, Aaliyah Scarborough.
So Scarborough now back at the plate. First pitch low. And another pitch out of the zone makes it 2-0. Scarborough tattoos one into left. That's going to bring in one. And she's going to go into second with a stand-up double.
Next up for the Tigers, Kenya Hart.
Hart now back at the plate. And comfortably goes into left field. Childers scores. It's now 11-0.
Next up, Josie Henson.
Josie Henson sends a drive to left center, but that will be hauled in for the final out of the inning. So 12 hits on 11 runs and 1 error. It's all Tigers so far. We'll continue it with your coverage on ArrowVision. Stay with us.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured, listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
The Zebra shortstop. For 17, Grace
And
Weaver.
welcome back to the Tiger Softball Complex. We begin the top of the second. Grace Weaver, future Syracuse Orange. She pitches and hits. She does it all for Claremore, and she gets a single on the first pitch
Next up,
from
featuring
Josie
number 30,
Henson.
Mackenzie McNamara.
So with the single, Mackenzie McNamara at the dish. And she gets a liner down the third base side. And that will give Claremore some action here in the top of the second with 2 on. Aubrey Pilgrim, the left fielder,
Next
now
up,
at the
left
plate.
fielder, Aubrey Pilgrim.
2 straight singles for Claremore. Pilgrim, the left fielder.
Pinch running for the Zebras.
Once again, we'd like to thank our One Club sponsors. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Cincinnati St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. A long fly ball to left field. Emily Gillian hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Next up for the Zebras, catcher Emery Woody.
The catcher, Emery Woody, at the plate. Lets the first one go for a strike. Woody sits back, hits a sharp ground ball. It's going to go right in the hands of Scarborough. Scarborough makes a play at second to get out Weaver for the second out of the inning.
Pinch runner number 23, Addison Wilson.
Addison Wilson will pinch run for Claremore,
Now batting first baseman number 30, Taylor Webster.
as the first baseman Taylor Webster will come up with 2 outs with ducks on the corner. Webster hits a grounder right to the hands of Emily Evans, and that will be the third out of the inning.
The score, Broken Arrow.
2 hits, no runs, no errors. Tigers still in front, 11-0 here on ArrowVision against Claremore.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured, listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
For the Tigers, Rover number 22.
Number
Jesse
22,
Piles.
Jessie Piles coming to the plate. She's playing Rover this afternoon. Dan Hawk with you this afternoon as the Tigers look to pick up their 16th win here in the the slow pitch season. Piles lets that one roll in. Ball 1. Two straight balls on Piles. McNamara trying to find the zone. Pyle sits back. Sharp. Liner down the left field line. It's going to go into the corner. Pyle stretches it in to a double.
Next up for the Tigers, catcher Jordan Davis.
The catcher, Jordan Davis, now at the plate. 13 hits for Broken Arrow on 11 runs. Ball inside on Davis. Second pitch is in there for a strike. Two and one now. Make it 3-1. Gillian on the on-deck circle. In the on-deck circle, rather. And that walk will bring up Gillian.
Next up, left fielder number 14, Emily Gilliland.
Gillian. I've had struggles with her names ever since I've called softball for Broken Arrow. But she is one of my favorite players to watch.
Webb, pinch running at first base.
Corey Webb pinch running for Broken Arrow at second base after that double by Piles. On the season, Emily is batting pretty well for Broken Arrow. 237, 38 at-bats. And she's going to add to her average, sends that one into left. And the bases are loaded.
Next up, right fielder number 11, Michaela Bower.
For Michaela Bower. Pitches a ball. Bower batting .579 with 11 hits, 10 singles, 1 triple, and she's going to make that her 12th single. She's going to plate 2, and she's going to go in a second with a double.
Next up, shortstop number 8, Emily Evans.
So we'll go back to the top of the lineup, and it's now 13-0 Broken Arrow. $18 hits on the year for Evans coming into the game. She's well over that today because that's her 3rd hit in the ball game. And she brings in 2 more runs. It's now 15-0 Broken Arrow.
Next up for the Tigers, second baseman number 21, Taylor Clay.
No outs here in the bottom of the second for Taylor Clay. Clay sits back and sends a sharp line drive into right. Evans scores. It's now 16-0.
Next up, center fielder number 10, Macy Childers.
Maisie Childers now. And that one is a shot, folks. Beautiful for Macy Childers.
Next up for the Tigers, third baseman number 5, Aaliyah Scarborough.
That was Childers' 9th home run of the season. Scarborough digs in. Lets the first pitch go low inside for ball 1. And it's going to be back-to-back jacks. Scarborough over the left field wall. 19-0 on Claremore. Scarborough just unloads for her 9th homer of the year.
Next up for the Tigers, first baseman number 24, Kenya Hart.
Kenya Harp digs in with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Correction.
Pinch hitter for the Tigers, number 20, Addison Jones.
Addison Jones will pinch hit for Kenya Harp. Jones batting .551. It's a hard ground ball directly to Riley Fay for the first out of the inning. She quickly throws it over to Webster.
Next up, Josie Hinson.
The pitcher steps in, Josie Hinson, with one out. And Hinson sends it into left center for another single.
Next up, Jesse Piles.
Jesse Piles now with one out, with one on. As it is turned into a slugfest, all for Broken Arrow as Piles goes into left field.
Next up, catcher number 4, Jordan Davis.
With that single, Jordan Davis comes to the plate with one out. Davis, fly ball to center for out number 2. As Emery Woody camped all over it.
Next up for the Tigers, left fielder number 14, Emily Gilliland.
Emily Gillen at the plate. Lets that one go out. Ball 1. Smokes that one into left. Randall King addresses Evans just to stay at first. And we have a new pinch hitter coming up.
18 for 11. Pinching for the Tigers, number 18, Kelly Gore.
That is Kelly Gore getting her first action of the game with 2 outs. Gore batting .333. First pitch, a ball. Gore smashes it to right center. That's going to bring in another run. That was Henson. And it's 20-0.
Pitching number 23, Macy Fluchet.
Macy Fluchet will pinch hit with the bases loaded. Macy hits a grounder to short, and that will end the inning. Broken Arrow in a commanding lead, 20-0 over the Zebras. We're watching Lady Tiger Softball on ArrowVision.
Zebra 0.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
And welcome back to the Lady Tiger Softball Complex. Dan Hawk along for the ride for you. It's 20-0, Broken Arrow over Claremore. As Josie Henson digs back in the circle. First pitch, a ball. Kate Wright grounds it to third for the first out of the inning.
Next up,
Gabby Garcia will take to the plate. Henson going to get this a comebacker right to her, tosses it over to first for the second out of the inning.
Next up, rover number 4, Addison Rivas.
Addison Rivas up for Claremore. As Henson correction. Gets that first one. Late call by the umpire. 0-1 the count on Rivas. That one a ball, so it's now 1-1. Rivas sends it to center, and that will do it.
And that's the ball game.
Broken Arrow victorious 20-0 with 22 hits and no errors. We appreciate you sticking with us on the broad. Correction, we are going to go 4 innings. So we'll stay right here. You're watching Broken Arrow softball on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
And welcome back to the Lady Tiger Softball Complex. We are going to play 4 today. It is 20-0 Broken Arrow. We've got a lot of subs in play. We'll try to get with you when we go. Is Kaylin Penny will take to the plate to start it off for Broken Arrow. Payne hits a hard ground ball to short for the first out of the inning. As Corey Webb takes to the plate for Broken Arrow.
Corey Webb.
Webb, ground out to second. 2 quick pitches and 2 quick outs for Broken Arrow.
Next up, Casey Denny.
As Casey Denny will get her first crack at it. Denny is going to go foul on that first one. Nearly hit the foul line, but it'll stay foul. So 0-1 the count on Denny. Denny goes right to third, and that will do 3 quick outs for Broken Arrow. 1, 2, 3. Claremore will come up to the plate. You're watching Lady Tiger softball on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back to the Lady Tiger Softball Complex. 20-0, Broken Arrow over Claremore. The first pitch from Henson is a ball, or excuse me, strike on the inside corner. That one is going to be gobbled up, but it's not going to get across in time, so Claremore gets on with a single.
Next up, Jasmine Cookson.
Tigers have a chance to turn 2 here.
Good try.
But they only get 1.
Good job.
Next up, Grace Weaver.
As Grace Weaver will come to the plate for Claremore with 1 out. That one's going to go foul down the left field line. Weaver hits a shot in the gap, left center. Claremore trying to stretch it a little bit here, so with 2 on.
Next up, Mackenzie McNamara.
Mackenzie McNamara will come to the plate. McNamara squeaks a single into left, and that will bring in 1 run. So it's now 20-1.
Pinch runner number 11, Taylor Garrison.
Taylor Garrison will pinch run
Now batting
for
Aubrey
McNamara.
Pilgrim.
Aubrey Pilgrim will come to the plate. And the first pitch is a ball. Second pitch called for a strike. 1-1 the count on Pilgrim. Pilgrim fouls it off. It's 1-2. And Pilgrim's going to go down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Emery Woody,
Next up, number 16,
the catcher.
Emery Woody.
So Woody with 2 on, 2 outs for Claremore. Woody gets one to go across, finds a hole on the left side. That'll be 20-2. Another pinch runner will be Addison Wilson, number 23.
Addison Wilson pinch running at first base.
And that one will be the ball game. It is 20-2, the final Broken Arrow winner. We'd like to thank our One Club sponsors, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Cincinnati St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. We'd also like to thank our video crew for this afternoon, Blake Shy and myself. Until next time, go Tigers.